Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Middlebrow podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brian Park.
I'm the other co-host, Dan Rosen.
You're wearing a vintage
It's not vintage,
Festival
it's-
du Film Cannes
I think it's like
1991.
And after that's fake. Fake recreation. Shout out. And after that, they're not paying us at all. But
Shout out, and after that,
they make cool recreations of vintage
yeah,
clothes. And you're wearing Supreme.
I am.
You're committed to your basicness from last week.
I don't know if this is basic. This is post-basic.
This is post-basic? I don't know. The line.
There is no line.
There's no line anymore?
There's no lines anymore.
It's moved to the Stussy store.
Yeah.
In NoHo.
We're going to get into it in later this episode with our ins and outs.
Get ready for that. Something to look forward to, listeners.
Supreme is making
It's going to make a
comeback.
resurgence.
But I bought this because
So that's why you bought it early. You're trying to get
No,
in.
not
And
at
you're
all.
going to flip it on Depop.
What you describe as basic, I am leaning into a new form of sincerity. I bought a hat for my nephew as a Christmas gift, a Supreme hat.
Yeah.
And while I was there, I saw this hoodie and I thought to myself, you know what? I've always wanted a Supreme hoodie.
But
I
your
never
nephew's
did.
in El Paso. He's
Sure.
going to be the coolest kid.
I don't care if it's cool or not. I've always wanted one. Even when I was 22, I wanted a Supreme hoodie
That's
more
nice.
than anything.
I think that's a good reason to do anything.
and you know what? Yeah, I'm going to treat myself.
Is for your past self.
This is for my past self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. Do you ever hook up with someone like later, but you're like, well, this person was really cool in high school?
You've hooked up with someone because they were cool in high school?
Yeah. And I was like, I was not cool in high school. And then,
That's surprising.
Fuck off. To quote the character in Heated Rivalry, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Oh, did you have a good Venezuelan Independence Day? Did you celebrate?
How did I celebrate? I didn't fill up my gas, that's for sure. We're going to wait a little longer.
We're going to wait 10 to 15 years. By the way, what percentage of global gas do you think Venezuela
Don't they
generates?
have the most crude oil reserves in the world?
Yeah, but it's still 1% of all oils.
Oh.
Right. And so now theoretically they'll pump a little bit more. So it's going to be 0.5% more because they've been lower since their peak in the late 90s. So in 10 to 15 years, our gas will be 0.5% cheaper. But at least we did. That's why we did the coup for Chevron, basically.
You hosted us for a nice little Saturday morning soiree.
Yeah.
And we saw Donald Trump's addressing.
He did say he just flat out said, we're going to run shit.
We're going to run Venezuela.
Yeah.
This was an amazing, beautiful assault, unlike any we've ever seen before since World War II. This is beautifully executed.
Has he been to Skid Row? He could begin with running America. Let's start with America. It's kind of he kind of did a genius thing where he put onerous sanctions the first term. Okay. Then in Biden's term, it caused a flood. It crashed the Venezuelan economy, caused a flood of immigrants into the U.S., caused a whole backlash, which he rode. And then now he's been like, all right, now we're going to end it. Now we're going to come in and make things right.
How did you celebrate?
Ate a lot of arepas.
I assumed that you would have said something to someone in Venezuela. Actually, this is not a time to celebrate.
Yeah. Don't you know you've been imperialized? And he's now in jail with Luigi.
And he came in a head-to-toe Nike Heat Tech fleece.
That was crazy. Do you think that was his? Or do you think they brought that?
It would be really funny if he just slept in that.
That was his
His
gear?
sleeping garb is the de facto uniform of black teenagers in New York.
Yeah. Maybe it's a sponsorship opportunity that we didn't even think of.
Honestly,
That would be the most American thing, is we sponsor the coup
yeah.
by Nike.
Like we said before, how Luigi Mangione was sponsored by that backpack company.
Yeah. They did great. That guy Ashton Hall, he had the Saratoga.
Yeah.
I think political violence is going to be the new branding opportunity. I think we're going to see a lot of that. That's my in.
They just got to cut a backdoor deal with Palantir and Anduril and be like,
Yeah.
who are you going to fuck up in the next 1 to 3 years?
Iran, you think we're going to let Iran, turn away without maybe Nike does hijabs? I've seen them. I've seen them in the Olympics. Nike wins either way.
Dan, did you see that the editor-in-chief of GQ resigned, Will Welch?
I saw he had a teary post.
New York media in shambles in 2026.
Yeah, everyone's going. It's almost like no one reads magazines anymore. And he's going where? He's going to
Pharrell from
Pharrell.
Paris.
Pharrell stay winning somehow. He got out of music once it stopped being good.
Yeah.
Went into fashion, bringing on Will Welch to do what? I don't know. pretend like Pharrell has
Advise.
good taste?
You just advise. I forgot to mention that when I was on the cruise, I don't know if I talked about it, but there was really ugly art, but one of the artists that they featured.
No, you have to like it now. You're a base.
Well, Pharrell featured that artist in a group exhibition at Peroton Gallery. So Pharrell, he has his finger on the pulse.
Yeah, someone's pulse. Yeah, a dead body's pulse.
GQ's in a tough spot though, because all of these legacy magazines are surviving off of games and recipes now.
Yeah.
Hard to create a game inspired by menswear.
You could have like Jake Wolf create identify the runway season.
Jake Wolf has single-handedly brought down GQ.
I think he probably does better than
I think
his
he's captured so much of that audience.
His
to be honest.
Substack is like #1 fashion. It might be. It might have taken all the GQ juice.
Honestly, I mean, if I was in high school, I used to read a lot of GQ. But if I was in high school
They told you
now,
to wear Supreme.
back then it was all about you gotta double cuff your skinny jeans and colored socks into a loafer or a Clark's Desert boot. Do you remember Clark's Desert boots?
Oh, I had
Those
some
are going to
Clarks.
come back too.
That's
I'm
your
calling
prediction?
it right now. Yeah.
And the Vans. You were been calling the Vans for a while too.
But Clark's Desert boots and Supreme.
Okay, that's what I
Coming
have
back.
to buy together.
Yeah, together.
Okay. Yeah, the media is not good. The media
The media is
every
not
year
good.
it indicates further that it's being completely usurped, and we're also part of the problem.
How would you save GQ?
How would I save GQ? I don't know. All these brands, the one thing they do have is they have a name and a known brand that they can capitalize off of.
Yeah.
And they can still get celebrities on the covers and whatever they can do, like an interview with GQ has them, like people unpack their shit.
Yeah.
I think they just have to become podcasts. I think that's the only.
They used
that's
to have
the
a
only way.
podcast though.
And it failed. They should have hired us.
They still could hire us.
You want to
GQ
go down?
if you're listening.
Yeah, we have 2 weeks before we launch the Patreon, so we're open to being taken.
No, I think with a company like GQ, which has a bit of a cool cachet in the cultural zeitgeist, I think all these media companies need to do what Barstool is doing, where it's a creator-first media landscape, where you have a cast of characters that you can follow.
Like a reality TV show.
Yeah, but that is a bit too lowbrow for a lot of these
But then they leave
publications.
and they call me daddy. She left.
Call me daddy.
Call her daddy, whatever. Call me daddy.
Wow, Dan.
You think it's too lowbrow?
That's
You think
misogynist.
you think that they have to like maintain some?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think for
Anna will not allow it.
No. I think for fashion publications, they are in a really hard bind because
Yeah.
they do need to stoop to that level, but they just don't want to.
Yeah, we want that, those jewelers fighting in Midtown. We want tracks.
But not even that. I think there are so many interesting video series that could be done with GQ. I mean, what Architecture Digest is doing with these home tours, why not go to stylists and do a tour of their closets or go to celebrities and see what's in
Brand consultant
I'm
Brian.
getting free brand consultation right now.
Brian Park, hire this boy.
But it's too lowbrow. They don't want to do that.
Yeah, they don't. I mean,
Like Vogue doesn't want to do that. It's specifically fashion because fashion is quote unquote cool.
yes, and it has to maintain its coolness through exclusivity. But soon the fashion brands will realize they don't need Vogue and they don't need any of these people, and they can just go
To Martin Scorsese.
to Martin Scorsese or direct. I don't know. I mean, the fashion brands don't make decisions; they just print money with wallets and bags.
Yeah. So
I think they're all fucked. But they should come on the podcast. We can be GQ. I can tell you what sneakers
GQ
are
should just absorb us,
yes.
or we should buy them.
I think we could buy them. I think in a few years we'll have more listeners than GQ.
We're the new GQ now.
We're the new, which is very sad.
I don't think it's sad.
Do you ever get Travis
confidence
Kelce?
and belief in myself.
Could we get Travis Kelce on the pod? Then we'll really be GQ.
Yeah, absolutely. We can get Travis Kelce on the pod.
We'd have to talk.
We
to
can
him
get
then.
Kendrick Lamar on the pod. We get Drake on the pod. Miles
I'd love
Teller,
Drake on the pod.
Callum Turner. Let's get them all on the pod. But speaking of Gentlemen's Quarterly, heated rivalry, baby.
Yeah.
We need to talk about this show, Dan.
We're a little late,
We are super late for our listeners.
but we both caught up on it.
I'm sure there are a lot of listeners who haven't heard of this show. So Heated Rivalry is a Canadian show produced and distributed by Crave TV.
Mm-hmm.
In America, you can watch this on HBO.
That's like the dropout of Canada. It's Crave TV.
Yeah. You can see this on HBO, and it is about two up-and-coming star hockey players, and they are both gay.
And not just gay. they're
one of them is bisexual.
they're
the
in
other's
love
gay.
with each other, or the series follows their
Spoiler.
spoilers. There's no spoilers. Nothing happens in the show.
It's the number one show on the HBO platform.
Yeah.
Heated rivalry.
Yeah, I hope most of our listeners don't know what this is. I hope that it's too beneath their dignity to watch.
I don't know why you are hating on it.
It's 80% gay porn.
I mean,
Which is fine, by the way, fine. But I don't need to go to I go to OnlyFans for that. I go to YouPorn.
so I watched this and I was like, okay, let's see how long it takes before the romance. 2 minutes in.
2 minutes in.
2 minutes in.
And like most shows, it's like usually they'll have the whole plot, and then finally there's a sex scene, and they'll show like 2 seconds of it, and they'll cut to like after they're in bed. The show is the exact opposite, where they cut out all the plot, and they just show like 1 week later, 2 weeks later, you get 10 seconds of an event it's just cliff notes.
Good.
That punctuates very, very long, intimate.
Good. Less severance.
Hardcore.
Less pluribus. More heated rivalry.
It is the opposite of pluribus.
Cut the bullshit.
Even Game of Thrones.
Give me the goods, Dan.
Even Game of Thrones, which people said had a lot of gratuitous sex. This show makes Game of Thrones look like Miss Rachel in terms of its promiscuity.
I think there are many reasons why this show is killing it right now. One,
Straight women.
straight women love it. The gays are loving it.
Yeah. Although
that is a powerful coalition.
I was watching this, and like I'm sure for some gays this is very like heartwarming, and like they feel seen, and it's a big moment, and it's there are parts about being in the closet and coming out, all that tension, but there are a lot of very kind of highbrow, let's say bitchy gays who I think must be looking at the writing quality and on the dramatic level, thinking like this is like Hilton Ailes must be watching this show, being like, this is fucking garbage.
No, I don't think so.
You think they're fine?
They're not watching television. Look, I'll give it to you. The writing quality, not the best.
There's not a single good piece of dialogue in this whole show.
But there is so much
Gay sex.
There is a lot of gay sex. It cuts and you think the scene is over, but then just cuts to a different position.
Yeah. They go out they eat a burger, and then they come back and are like, I think we should fuck again. Like if this is the plot of like most pornographies, it has this structure.
Look, it's a lot of shows are bleak. A lot of shows are cynical. It's nice to see something that is optimistic and heartwarming and uplifting.
Yeah, definitely men are uplifted.
And okay, what's funny about this show is that they have a shoestring production budget, and it shows,
Yeah, it really shows, because they couldn't even get Canadians who could do American accents.
I don't know why you're hating, okay?
Did you
I thought
notice
the acting was really good.
Did you notice that there's one bottle episode where it takes place in New York.
Yeah.
And there's this barista, whatever, and he's supposed to be this New York guy. He works at like a smoothie bar, and he just says, oh, me and my friends are going to the bar. What is going on, Canada? You can't get one guy? We shoot all our movies in Canada. You can't find some actors who don't say bar and pasta? Sorry? What is... Come on.
You're looking at the wrong things.
I have to look at it like I'm looking. People look at porn not for the plot, and I am.
You're focused on the wrong things.
I should be focusing just on
There
how
is a
hot
lot
he
of
is.
gratuitous shots of just bulbous asses.
Beautiful asses.
Asses. It looks like bread, right? Like rising bread.
Yeah, Michelangelo just studied these asses.
And
they perfectly. They had a whole lighting department just for asses.
just take it in, Dan. Meanwhile, you're just sitting there stewing because they mispronounced bar.
I wasn't stewing. I was hard the whole time. I was fully erect. It's hard to watch a show to concentrate when you're just throbbing.
I thought the acting was really good.
The Russian guy was good.
So the Russian guy, there's a character named Ilya Rozanov that's played by Connor Story. He's born and raised in Texas.
Yeah.
He's a Texas boy.
He looks like Patrick Swayze. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking the whole time. This guy should play like
He's got
should
the
be in
goods.
Footloose.
He learned Russian
Footloose,
for this role.
Roadhouse.
He's got the goods. Now, the other character, Hudson Williams, who plays, what's the character's name? Ilya and
Hollander.
Hollander. Look, we'll do, Dan, you want to just do a scene?
Yeah.
Hollander, do you like what you see?
Stop it. Not right now. I have a game.
You don't like it when I stroke my cock in front of you?
Come on. Of course I do, but there's a game. I have to focus on the hockey. It's so
You are so serious.
They tried to get around it by having the Russian guy tell the Canadian guy that he's boring, and he is like that's also there's nothing interesting about this character.
No. So I've discovered. I'm gonna cut you off right there. This is for any director or filmmaker who's listening. Here's a great hack. Okay. So when I first started watching Heated Rivalry, to your point, Hollander's character played by Hudson Williams, I was like, dude, this guy has no emotion. This guy's so bad at acting.
He's gray paint.
However, based on the source material of Heated Rivalry, they don't disclose this in the television adaptation. Apparently, he's autistic.
Oh.
Now it's like, wow.
Now
he's a great actor.
Daniel Day-Lewis all of a sudden.
He's an amazing actor. So if you cast someone and let's say they don't give you the emotionality that you were once hoping for, just rewrite the script. They're autistic. Great. Problem solved. Oh, actually, there's a lot of complexity and nuance.
That's a good trick for your writing class. If you write a script in class or a short story and I was like, this character is like really laconic and one-dimensional and doesn't say anything. Oh, no, he's just autistic. Oh, so good. Oh, my God. Beautiful.
Every other line. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off,
hey, come on,
Rosanov.
fuck off.
I have a game tomorrow.
I have a game. Right before a game. Are you trying to mess with me in my head?
Maybe I haven't yearned enough in my life. That is the one thing that struck me.
I think that's why people like it. It's like it's like Pride and Prejudice or Wuthering
Heights. Is it like Pride and Prejudice? The amount of Pride and Prejudice you're getting, we're not getting furtive looks. We're just getting 4 years later.
That's true.
And I'm like,
they can't show all what happened in 4 years because they can only show gay sex. And if that's just the rule. They just fast forward through the plot. It's like me when I was watching Sex and the City as a kid. I would fast forward just to Samantha's tits.
Jesus.
So that's what this show
Dan,
is.
you're scaring the hose.
This show is doing that. I was 10. That's the only way I could.
I'm apologizing on behalf of Dan.
I liked Miranda's tits as well.
You're scaring the hose right now.
Carrie Bradshaw, she never showed any tits.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I pinned you for a Charlotte girl, but
oh, I mean, of course, Charlotte is queen. People are talking about this show like it's prestige.
Well, episode 5, the gays and the girls they've converged upon episode 5, and now it's the highest ranked episode on IMDb.
Yes,
yeah,
and we know that popularity equals quality.
I mean, it is funny though. The last song in episode 5 is Wolf Parade's "I'll Believe in Anything," which was my anthem in high school. It's like they're mixing these indie sleaze.
Yeah,
pitchfork
put some
bangers.
feist in. You put some feist in there. That was
right.
This show is it's Taylor Swift I think the exact fan base of Taylor Swift is the audience for this show, and that's not for me, which is fine. That's great. I watched all of it. Again, as I said, I was fully erect for most of it. But
we need more gays listening to this podcast. That is how any culture phenomena starts.
I was talking to this is a slight name drop. I was talking to Jeremy O'Harris, playwright about this show, and he's like, "This it's
before or after his Japan episode."
I think recently this week. I didn't bring that up because I'm a delicate person. But he said the show is for straight people.
That is exactly what my gay friend said.
Yeah,
he was discussing with his friends like, what is like a gay show for gay people that has? I mean, he dropped Looking on HBO, which is clearly like a gay show for gay people.
Sex in the City. It's that show.
That's for straights.
No,
that's for straight women.
That's written by gay men. That Sex in the City feels way gayer.
We're not at liberty to.
We're just a bunch
we don't know what we're talking
vigorously
about.
Straight men, just so violently straight, so deeply comfortable in our sexuality.
It's a fun light watch.
But yes, I've had a few gay people tell me that this is like not a gay show. First of all, there's no cock. You don't see any. The way they hide the editing is so slick. This editor deserves an Emmy just for how much V and like hips you see and ass and nary a ball.
But it is a bit Victorian in that sense, where if there is a little bit of coverage, it in turn makes it even sexier because some of these.
You think this is a subtle show?
Honestly, this show reminded me of A Portrait of a Lady on Fire. that is the good comparison.
Those are like Carol. Okay, okay. If you want Dan.
To you,
cishet straight.
Yes,
man.
to you, cishet man.
Safe. Like Todd Haynes movies, like Safe and Carol. Those are movies about yearning and hiding, and those feel more in the queer culture. But who am I? I'm no one. I'm sure people. I guess It's one more subtlety.
So when Ilya is stroking his dick in the locker room, that's for us.
That's for the
straights.
That's what like this movie is like what JD Vance thinks a show about gay people is, where it's just mostly gay sex. Also, what do you think? The hockey was not great. You think anyone watched this for the hockey? You think any girl was like, "Come, honey, watch it. Watch it's for there's hockey."
You're so annoying, dude. People are getting upset at Sorry Baby because it doesn't accurately portray academia. It's a fucking movie. It's a TV. Let it go.
Challengers.
That was dog shit too, but I don't care. I'm too caught up in Trent Reznor's score. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the tennis looked really bad.
You cared about the hockey?
I texted our friend Alex, who's Canadian, and I was like, what'd you think about the hockey in heated rivalry? I knew he was going to say, it was fucking dog shit. He was... the thing is, everyone in Canada, they put the fucking hockey stick in your hands when you were in the womb.
Oh my God.
They could have gone outside. Any one of them could have asked their brother, their sisters, how does hockey work?
We're losing all of our gay listeners right now. You caring about the hockey is the most straight take that has ever come out of this heated rivalry discourse.
No, I think it's gay. I think it's gay because I want quality. I want verisimilitude.
I recommend it. You should see it.
Yeah.
You can't avoid it. Just watch it. You know, the soundtrack's great. A lot of indie millennial bangers.
Yes.
Just watch it.
Also, the show is starts in 2008 and it's slowly building up. And one of the characters is Russian. I kept waiting for Russia to invade Ukraine. I was like, how's this going to affect the plot? Are they going to be torn apart?
It must have been hard to get the show greenlit. I'm glad it's a success. Good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah. I'm glad that they have been able to profit massively off of their,
we're going to get
their fan
so
fiction.
many copies of this.
Amazing.
Golf, but gay.
We did some highbrow stuff yesterday.
Yeah, that was low. That is low.
I would describe it as middle.
No. No brain cells are needed in this show.
Okay, so we went to the MoMA PS1 yesterday.
We did.
To see an exhibition of Kim Ayoung, a media artist from South Korea.
Very, very au courant.
What's au courant?
Like very hot of the moment.
Very hot and of the moment.
Yeah. I was going to say she's very hot, but then I wanted to know that she's hot in terms of her career is going well.
Her career is going well.
Yeah. She's crushing it.
Yeah. We went to see this exhibition called Delivery Dancer.
We had to go to PS1.
You don't like PS1?
I just, anyone who went to public school in New York has PTSD going into PS1.
Why?
Because it just looks exactly like, I guess all the public schools in New York were built at the same time. So they all have the same metal in the staircases, the same height, the same banisters.
Yeah.
So it really brought me back to third grade every time I'm there. And I feel that wasn't a good period for me.
I'm sorry you endured that. I could tell you were a little tense when we were walking through the exhibition.
Yeah, it was traumatic. It was triggering. But you were there. You held my hand.
Well, I'll tee you up, Dan. Do you mind succinctly describing the thesis of this exhibition? Delivery Dancer.
Delivery Dancer is a multimedia installation that involves both figures and video and projections and
sculptural pieces. Site-specific pieces.
Yeah, that are all about this imagined futuristic company that has in a sort of sci-fi soul where there are these delivery people. It's kind of like DoorDash drivers.
Yeah,
we don't know what they're delivering, but they're delivering stuff through this kind of
but it's
futuristic Blade Runner
of the same delivery.
Yeah, because she can fly through space and time to find a more direct route, that's cool. That's Uber. Uber should take that up. Uber would love to have someone who can bend quantum time and space.
Yeah,
and again, she has this alter ego who exists in parallel universes, who kind of comes to her and awakens her to her power to bend time and space.
But they're also lovers.
Which is, I don't know, is that incest if it's yourself? What are the rules?
I think Mel Robbins would call it radical self-love.
It's the extreme of radical self-love.
Yeah.
And but the whole thing is built with these video game engines and AI mixed with live action.
Yeah.
So as this character is hurtling through the folding of quantum space-time.
Yeah.
You hear her voiceover or someone's voiceover kind of explaining how this future utopia, dystopia works. And but the style's always like rapidly, if you've kind of seen these AI videos where it's like morphing really quickly between shapes and styles, from anime to AI slap to live action to video game. And so there's kind of that blend, that folding in of visual style at the same time as time and space. I don't know. It's not possible to explain.
Are you following this? Does that picture perfect? Can you
guys
imagine what we're talking about?
You see it in your head. And it's
I
Korean.
like, it is Korean. I like how, so if you look at Japanese fine artists, who are the big, off the top of my head, Yayoi Kusama, Takeshi Murakami, Yoshitomo Nara,
Yoko Ono.
Very vibrant colors, manga adjacent aesthetically. I like how Korea is really making a name for itself, where if it is dystopic worlds and this biting commentary on capitalism and how fucked society has become as a side effect of it, that's Korean.
Yeah, that's Korea. Let's move it to Seoul. It keeps the kind of cool manga style, but let's move it to a futuristic Seoul.
To me, this was a very interesting implementation of new media arts. Most people, when they think of media arts, you have the Beeples of the world. But with this, especially the video component where it mixes gaming graphics with generative AI imagery and live action, it feels really new. I haven't seen anything like it before.
And it remains, I think the Beeple stuff, the reason it sucks so hard is it's also so literal.
Yeah.
And straightforward. And this, there's a cryptic kind of enigmatic nature to both the story and to where you are and to the style that it creates this, like, conjures this fantasy world, which I think is a better use of AI than, I don't know, like making the Pope jacked or something.
As we were walking out, I did bring this up to you, how in moments it did remind me of the film Akira, which I would say is pretty inaccessible upon first viewing.
Yeah,
I've never seen it?
It's a gap. There's
Again,
a Blade Runner
hate
too.
Anime.
No,
What is up with that?
2026 resolution. I will
See more anime.
Yeah, I will force feed myself anime.
We've talked about this with Christian Marclay's The Clock. Like, if it is too entertaining, does it then cease to become art itself, and it's almost a hack?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially with film, it's like, when is, like, we went to see The Mastermind, which is, it pushed a little bit further, could be in a gallery, because of its temporality and its slowness. I think there has to be like an elliptical, non-linear nature to it, for it can't be just like a dramatic, normal story that's coherent. Otherwise, it's like, you just made a movie. You have to confuse people. Then it's art. If it's confusing, it's art.
It's art. And we were confused.
And
the protagonist of this film, Delivery Dancer, hence the name, is a delivery driver. And in this world, they are arguably one of the most marginalized citizens. Did you see on Twitter this? Someone took a screenshot of a Reddit post and it went mega viral, to the point where the founder of DoorDash had to make a public statement saying...
No, I didn't see it.
So someone made this Reddit post, and...
Like a delivery guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
And they anonymized the company that they worked for, but people pieced together that it was DoorDash. And someone wrote, I signed a bunch of NDAs. I am writing this from a public library. I don't care anymore. I can't sleep at night. This disgusts me. Like, they are a systems engineer pretty high up. And they were describing all of the horrible dystopic side effects of delivery services like Uber, DoorDash. And some of the examples they provided were like, first of all, they categorize customers as quote unquote human assets. Mm-hmm. And then...
That's us.
That's us. We're human assets.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
High five.
And then they have he said they have a desperation score for their delivery drivers. So for instance, if you are a delivery driver who is willing to take jobs that will pay you out, let's say fewer than $5 a job, and it's late at night, you are then categorized as a high desperation. Therefore, more high paying deliveries will never be shown to you. So he goes, what's the incentive? If you are willing to do the grunt work and just
Yeah.
make pennies per delivery, there's no incentive on their end to even ever show you these things.
Hell yeah.
So they categorize drivers based on a desperation
So you
score.
can never get out of it.
You can never get out of it. All of those
Like,
administrative fees.
You're a fucking loser.
So
You'll
like service fees,
suck any-
delivery fees, none of that goes to the delivery drivers
that I
apparently.
assumed. Like if you pay extra to
Right.
get it faster.
Yeah. And then they also said there's a DoorDash premium service rather than providing a better product, which is how do we figure out a process or, geolocate more drivers nearby so that you will get your delivery 10 to 15 minutes sooner. They concluded that let's just make the entire service 10 to 15 minutes slower and keep everything else the same for DoorDash Plus users. That way it feels more.
Isn't that what's important, Brian? Just how you feel. Not if you actually get stuff faster. This is just enchitification of the internet. Did you read that book?
No.
There's I forget his name, but he wrote a book about basically like monopolies at a certain point stop innovating and they just like try to drain every last ounce of money. So the way they do that is to just make the product worse. Like Google intentionally started making their results worse because it meant that you would look things up multiple times, which means they had more opportunities to show you ads. So that's and that's just going to be the future of everything. It's like how can we create more opportunities not to make the product better, but to squeeze every last dollar? And with AI, we're all going to get like targeted airline prices, for example, based on our like whatever we clicked on. Oh, you shopped at at Essence. Okay, we're going to charge you way more.
I'm high desperation. Yeah, give me the seat where I have to stand up.
Yeah, you should go to Old Navy and just click around a lot so that the internet thinks you're broke.
A lot of people who did not believe the claims of this, they ran the text through a ChatGPT metric, and they're like, "This is 100% written by AI. This is not real." But then one could argue that what if this person, if they're a software engineer and they're not good at writing, and their last step was to run it through ChatGPT to kind of massage the language a bit? Wouldn't that make that an AI written thing? So it's hard to tell what's true or not.
What if DoorDash is using robot labor and it's a sad robot being abused and not getting the good deals? Then what? What if it's a Waymo car who's doing can't they Reddit post too? We're very desperate. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, is that high desperation?
I think that's a cry for help. It's the lowest rung on the entertainment ladder, but soon it will be the only rung.
Well, this has been a very lighthearted, fun episode so far, and let's keep the momentum going.
We had gay sex. It's
what
when
more do
people
you
come.
need?
When people come to the podcast.
2026
I think we've organically been doing a low and a high on every
episode,
which is
I don't think we've been doing any high.
No, I would say the PS1 is a high.
This podcast has only made me realize that what I once thought was high is nowhere near high.
Yeah.
And you slide in my DMs and you let me know.
I'll let you know this is low. I say you're a fucking idiot. You're a basic bitch.
Yeah, you guys let me know that I am nowhere near high. I'm not in the room even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know where the room is.
I think if you see a movie in another language, then it's high. You're supposed to see No Other Choice, and we can't even talk about that. Oh, you know what it was? High was Testament of Anne Lee, the Amanda Seyfried movie, which I walked out of after.
You walked out of it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I haven't
That's
walked out
homophobic.
of it. That is, maybe. I thought it was going to be all about chairs. It was a Shaker movie. I thought it was going to be all about chairs.
You walked out
Barely.
of it?
I stayed for an hour and a half. I don't know if you know but what the Shakers were about, but the main reason they died off and why they were so hard to recruit people is because they were just you can't fuck. You're like, no more like sex.
Like the women have to voluntarily choose to become.
Everyone has to voluntarily choose to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But to be a part of it, you have to like think that sins of the flesh are the worst sins possible, and you have to abstain from any sexual intercourse or any touch or lust, because that's where all evil lies. And her husband, who's played by Charlie from Girls, he's like, you're supposed to kind of view him as...
Oh, I love him. He's such a great actor.
He's a great actor.
Christopher
But
Abbott.
you're supposed to, at a certain point, you're supposed to be like, oh, this guy's an asshole. He doesn't care about his like wife. He's not for it. And then you learn that they haven't had sex in 6 years. And he's like, he just wants a little something. He's married to Amanda Seyfried, all right? It's cruel.
I don't condone this. I don't agree with you.
Anyway,
Every relationship is different.
I mean, if you just wait a few more years, all marriages end up with no sex. So
Can you fucking stop?
something to look forward to.
All right, let's go to our ins and outs list. Your goal for 2026 is to get canceled.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And you'll
Be good
become
for our podcast. Yeah, we didn't do this last time. But
We didn't do this last time. We've come up with an ins and outs for 2026. We did this last
Should we
year.
alternate?
Let's alternate.
Okay.
I
Are we starting
only
with
prepared
ins or
two.
outs? How do you want to?
Let's start with the outs.
Okay.
This is the Middlebrow ins and outs of 2026.
Okay, out. I wrote this down because it looks stupid when we look at our phones.
You want to become more embodied.
Yeah, that's one
Pen
of my
to
ins.
paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the outcome of a well thought out
Yeah.
take.
Okay, out. Old music.
Oh, that's been out for me forever.
But globally,
What do you mean old music?
okay, I was looking at Spotify.
And is this coming from a trend forecasting perspective or is this from a personal place?
This is what I want to be over with. Okay, I was looking at what the top listened to music was
I'm surprised
of,
that's your...
of 2025.
You like old music, though.
I think we've become obsessed with the past, and we're not at all engaged with new shit and new music and new culture.
Two
And so-
Hollis isn't for everyone, Dan.
okay, I just want
Net spend? You want
I want more people.
to listen to Net spend?
I want people to be
And
engaged.
SD-Kit?
Okay, I was
That's
looking
not for everyone.
the top 10 artists in the U.S. for 2025: Taylor Swift, Drake, Morgan Wallen, Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, SZA, Zach Bryan, Tyler the Creator, and Kanye West.
Wow.
Okay, 6 of these people, 6 out of 10, 3/5, would have been on this list when we were in college,
So
which is
2011, truly
which
last
is-
chopper out of Saigon.
which is fucking insane. Like, can you imagine? Like in 1995, no one was listening to music from like the biggest artists were not the artists from 1980. There's actually like new amazing music that people were into and engaged with, and everyone now is like, no, the music today sucks ass. It's or actually at least the mainstream music. There's a lot of good stuff, as we talked about last week. Whatever is the quote unquote most popular stuff is rehashing of the past. Fucking Lady Gaga had like the #1 song. Like, what are we doing? She abracadabra. That is the same shit she was doing. It's fine, but let's get some new shit on the block. I think Gen Z should be embarrassed.
I'm guilty of this. Do you want to know what my #1 artist on my Spotify Wrapped was?
Kanye,
Aphex Twin.
Aphex Twin. See, I'm just out here straight up listening to. I'm single-handedly trying to keep new music alive by being engaged with the youth.
That's why we're the oldest people at the Dijon concert.
Yeah. I'm fucking listening to a 21-year-old tell me about love because
I don't know. I don't know if I can handle being called Unk one more time. Okay.
I'm Unk. I'm past being Unk. The whole society is Unk. We're just obsessed with the past.
Okay. So
Drake, we're still doing Drake is #2.
Drake is so good though. I love Drake.
Could you imagine this?
Yeah, I can. I live it.
When the
I
Beatles
still
came out,
listen to
when the
Drake.
Beatles came, no one was listening to music from 1948. Okay. No one was still listening to like big bands. They're like, yeah, there's the Beatles. We're gonna scream. We're gonna go insane. Bring that energy back.
Okay.
That's what I want.
All right. Old
No
music
more
is
old
out.
music. Stop listening to old music.
My first out. The color brown. We're fucking done with the color
Wow.
brown. All right.
That's a big design.
every
forecast.
lookbook. We're done with it. It's all the you know what I'm talking about. The
chocolate brown specifically.
I blame Aimé Leon Dore. The kind of Bodhi. We're done with brown.
Yeah.
As far as
Those like stained wood interiors.
no more. It's all looking the same. Everyone's copying Ralph Lauren. Clothing wise, we're done with brown. It's fucking boring. Everyone's on their grandpa shit.
Earthy. There's too much earthy tones, you think?
Brown is out.
Okay. You're not shopping at Evan Kenori this year then.
Evan Kenori's out too. As much as these menswear bros want to hype it, let's see in 2026 if you're still buying the $2,500 t-shirt.
As someone who would love some Evan Kenori, I am going to disagree. I think his clothes drape very well. His commitment to quality materials and sustainability.
I think
is
I think
admirable.
menswear has this problem where they've conflated price with taste. Look at Kamoli, A-Press, Evan Kenori. Is it really? Do you really like how it drapes, or do you like that it's $2,000 and it's cost prohibitive?
Well, the cost prohibitive makes it exclusive, which is part of it.
It doesn't look. I used
the
to drink. I
quality is- you
used
think
to.
the quality
I used
is-
to
is
drink,
not good?
I used to drink the Kool-Aid. It's just the look. Go with the silhouette. You don't. A lot of men, I feel, gaslight themselves like, oh well, come on, this is the alpaca wool blend, 100%. Of course, this is worth $1,800. No, it's not. You like it because you see the label on it, and it makes you feel good that you are spending more than your peers. You look like a grandpa. It's not that cool.
But like kind of a slightly more Japanese grandpa.
We're out with brown. Out with brown.
All right, out with brown.
Out with brown.
Should we do an in now?
Oh, you only have one out?
No, I do, but let's alternate.
I don't know if
All right,
I
I'll
want
do
to
it
alternate.
out. Okay.
It's more fun to be a hater.
That's true. Being hot, it's out.
Being
Sorry,
hot.
Brian.
Hey,
It's too easy now. With like Ozempic and plastic surgery, it's too available. And so we're going to have to go much like,
I agree with the sentiment, but I don't think it's going to happen in
I
practice.
think we're going to be, zits. We're going to have acne. We're going to have gout. Gout is going to come back.
It's not.
Just flabs. I think the Kardashians are going to have to show their exclusivity and how they're different than everyone else in a unique way. So they've shrunken. Now they're going to get thick again. I think it's going to be a reaction.
You said this last year.
I don't think so.
And people have only gotten hotter.
I just want it to be.
All right, so you want it to be.
Yeah,
When
bald.
that
I think balding is going to be in because you can just go to Turkey now, and it's too easy. So it's gonna be Kevin O'Leary with his fucking ring around his hair. That's gonna be hot.
I'm pretty sure I read that the Korean president is subsidizing hair transplants for men as a way
Really?
to mitigate the birth crisis
That's
there.
that's on their
Yeah.
Medicare
We're looks maxing.
in Korea. It's not working.
Interesting. Well, how would you explain that on the far right amongst a lot of young men? Like looks maxing is this entire movement
I think
that
it's
people are
going
getting
to
into.
be going to become right coded to be hot and
be hot.
It's fitness is already right coded. We talked about that with Chris Guy and Molly.
Okay.
And so I think it's going to become seen as fascist and too easy and too exclusive. And so we're going to have to, the leftist thing will be to be a fat piece of shit.
All right. So being a fat piece of shit is
Yeah.
All right.
Which is good. That's hot. That will be hot.
My out is crudo and bay scallops. You go to this vibey restaurant that has glass blocks in it.
Mm-hmm.
The lighting is real low that you don't even know who you're talking to. Should we get an order of crudo? to
Yeah.
start?
With maybe like a little citrus on each
With
one.
a little yuzu.
Yeah.
It's just fucking doused
Just
in olive oil.
The limiest olive jus. So that's gone.
The return on investment just isn't there.
Oh, by the way,
We're done with crudo.
They always give you 5. It's 2 people. There's always 5. It's like, what do we have to slice this last one in half?
You know, it's not very shareable. I have
Not
a bite of
shareable.
it. It's fine. It all
Yeah.
tastes the same, regardless of where I go. Bay scallops, same thing. We're leaving that in the past.
In the past. I'm allergic.
Leeks is on the chopping block too.
Wow.
Okay.
Leeks?
Yeah.
Don't come for leeks. I love a good leek.
We're done
Leeks
with
are
it.
underused. Where are you eating a lot of leeks?
The restaurants that you love,
What? You think they're going leek heavy?
you're going leek heavy.
Yuzu, I'm out on. That can.
Yuzu is done.
We're done.
I have another out here that's kind of related to my crudo and bay scallops sort of rant.
Okay.
Korean food.
Wow. Oh, this is actually good.
This is friendly fire. It pains me to say
Because
this.
my in is Persian food.
Great.
And I think Korean food, Korean food has had its moment.
I recently went to a Korean restaurant in Williamsburg, and they charged me $5 for kimchi. I have never been so
Your
offended in
ancestors
my life.
screamed.
The K-wave, it's too much now. We need to chill. Have you seen Culinary Class Wars
No,
on
what is
Netflix? It is. Did you see Physical 100?
You're naming things I've never heard of.
So these are reality shows. They're Korean reality shows. Culinary Class Wars is the #1 show in the world.
Like Top Chef? Or whatever.
Yeah, it's like Top Chef, where you have veteran Michelin-starred chefs compete against mom and pop sort of chefs. You would love this. The chef of Kissa restaurant, the one right here,
Yeah.
you know, this
That's-
reimagination of taxi driver food that charged $45 a plate.
Yeah, poor people, quick poor people
He got
food.
eliminated in the first round. And the
Wow.
judge was like, this is so mid. That is the death knell.
Yeah, and so the place that the Koreans think is deeply mid is the place that we're all lining up for 2 hours to just
And
hope.
it
hope.
hurts me. It hurts me to say this. I want my fellow
some bibimbap.
Korean brothers and sisters to get the bag, but we have reached peak saturation.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot Korean spots that are you walk out $200 in the hole.
Gochujang, And look, I don't even want to say it in the anglicized way. That is just by osmosis. I've heard so many of my white friends like, "Oh, have you tried the gochujang cookies?"
This is a safe place. Say it however you want to say it.
We've reached peak Korean
I think
food.
the New York Times also to blame. I think they've put a little too much gochujang
And everything.
in everything.
It needs to stop.
Kimchi in your macro bowl? No. It's over. It's dead.
It's over. I can't even eat in my favorite. I can't eat Korean food in New York because there's a fucking line around the block.
Yeah.
So I want it to be out.
You want it to be out.
Yeah, so I can reclaim my favorite dishes.
Yeah, I think you should.
Great. Thank you.
You have to make it yourself.
Okay, so that transition, you're in.
My
Persian
in is
food.
Persian food. All right. I think it's time. I think it's one of the best cuisines in the world.
We need a tabbouleh, Max.
We need more than tabbouleh. We need to tahdig. We need our rice game is so lame. Our stews, it's perfect for this horrible weather. Okay, our gomer sabzis, our whatever, our kubedar, our horespadamjan. We got.
You want this?
Yes, we're sleeping on this. LA has great Persian food, but again, you have to go to like Glendale. You have to go to some shitty strip mall.
Yeah.
New York is just starting.
Which, by the way, all of LA is just a shitty strip mall.
That's true. That's true. New York has taken a long time. I think it's because it's very difficult to make. So people don't make it at home because the timing of the rice and the stews. You have to get these Persian limes.
Okay.
But it is the most slept on cuisine with the bursting with flavor. We're going to coup them soon too. So we're going to have an even more diaspora coming here.
The timing is right.
The timing is right.
Come to America.
Come to America. You also, we're going to be able to go to Iran for the first time, and you don't want to, be embarrassed. You don't want to when you're at the restaurant, when you're ordering, your fisanjan. You don't want to be like, "What is this?
Great.
This is so flavorful." So you have to get in now, start learning, so that when you do your first cultural colonialism trip there, it's amazing.
I'm in. I'm on board. I love Persian food.
You been to Avon?
I haven't been yet.
Wow. I guess you don't really love it, Brian.
We should go. I used to eat a lot of Persian food when I lived in LA. Okay, my next in. Have you heard of TBPN? TBPN is short for Technology Business Programming Network, and it is crushing in Silicon Valley.
It's like the cooking channel. It's
the North Star for where I think all of media is headed towards. And TBPN is basically SportsCenter, MSNBC, where you have a ticker on the bottom and it's just real-time updates, meets Silicon Valley Tech Bro news.
Okay.
And
you wouldn't believe what the CEO of Slack just said.
Yeah. So it's just these two guys. They present themselves as experts in tech news, and they're interviewing founders. And you have a ticker on the bottom, and what startup raised how much money in which round. And I think a lot of tech people flock to it because it adds a level, a levity and a playfulness. It solidifies.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's it's immensely popular. The more interesting point here is that my girlfriend has written on this, and I've noticed that a lot of tech Twitter has talked about this, where in the age of AI, we need more 24/7 like programming, more live streaming programming, because it introduces a level of friction that proves that there is a humanness to it. Because
won't it just be filled with AI content?
No, but because you have humans like in real time interviewing people and we're reporting news, people would rather see that, because we still seek human connection. But if you go on Instagram, if you go on TikTok, in 3 to 6 months, we won't even know if it's AI generated or not. Whereas if you're tuning into a live stream, you know for a fact.
So it's like how Twitch, Hassan, and all
there's
those
like
guys.
a craft component to it. So I predict that, sure, that's for tech news. There's going to be so many more media companies across disciplines where it's just hyper niche, and we're just going to live stream and we're just going to talk about it, and you can just tune in because there is a proof of there is a human who is providing this to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be on in the background, the way people have like CNBC on.
Sure. For fashion media, for design media.
Should we be going? Should we just be live streaming at all times?
Truly, if we want to maximize the amount of profit from this, that yes. Unequivocally, yes.
Dude, I don't do it for the money. Okay? I want that authentic connection with my audience.
But I do think that is a big reason why TBPN is very, very popular.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
I've never heard of it, but it makes sense in the age of like Twitch streaming and everyone and YouTube and on political streamers, where it's just like people just want like a warm friend to guide them through the chaos.
Because what is this buzzword that gets thrown around a lot? Authenticity.
Yeah.
Authenticity 1.0 is early Instagram. It's people showing their best selves. Authenticity, I don't even know what wave of authenticity, but there was a moment where you would see people put the phone down before they take a video. There adds like a BTS element of it. So you're like, oh, this is real authenticity.
But it's performed authenticity. But
I mean,
yes.
even Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, he said that the way he predicts content to go in Instagram is it's going to become more lo-fi. He's like, it's already here. They can't even tell what's AI or not anymore. So you need a human signature to things.
Why can't AI be shitty too? AI can simulate
It
a
eventually
lo-fi.
will, but AI is always regresses to the mean. So it's this. We're in
By the way,
constant competition.
as if TikTok and Instagram content currently looks beautiful and well produced. It's already the shittiest, most basic people in their horrible living rooms.
It's gonna get crispier.
Even crispier. They're gonna smudge the lens before you shoot.
Yeah,
Great.
truly. Stand-up
Really good,
comedy.
really-
This thing
I
we
wasted
like.
so much time learning about lenses and cameras, how to edit.
We don't want that.
Complete waste of time.
We don't want that. So that's my take. We're gonna be more TBPN.
All right, my final Middlebrow on Patreon. Let's go, baby. 2026. We're launching in a few weeks. Start saving your shekels, everybody. No shekels.
I didn't say anything.
Start saving your pesos, everybody. Okay? Because we're coming. We're coming for you. We're going to get way more content than you ever wanted from us.
24/7 live.
24/7 live stream. We're gonna put a camera in Brian's house and we're gonna watch him watch Korean cooking shows and then edit the podcast. It's gonna be really exciting.
Okay, I agree. That's a great take. Middlebrow.
Middlebrow.
Patreon, 2026.
It's our year, baby. Tell us your ins and outs in the comments.
I think Supreme will have a resurgence in 2026.
I mean, you're plugging. Maybe it's self-fulfilling. Just you wearing this sweater.
It's just been so
much like Pharrell wearing Bape, was enough to blow it up. That's what you're doing.
So remember those 5-panel hats?
The 5-panel?
Like the Supreme hat.
Oh, yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about. It looks
Yes.
like a kid's hat with a little belt, like with the nylon strap in the back.
That's all coming back.
I think it's going to come back.
What about some fucking new things,
We don't
Brian?
want new. We want Zootopia 2, Dan. Also, Christopher Borgle's year in 2026.
Oh, what's his movie?
The drama.
Is that with Ryan Gosling?
No, it's with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Go watch his films. He's so funny.
He's great.
He's amazing. That's going to be the year of Borgley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he Norwegian?
Yeah.
Or he's Swedish?
I'm pretty sure he's Norwegian.
Okay. Norwegians are coming out, him and Joachim Trier.
They know how to make good films.
I think it's because it's nothing else to do there. They all have fucking healthcare and childcare. It's like, all right, I'll make a movie.
Well, you showed me that band Viagra Boys and from Sweden.
Yeah.
To me,
got
that's more,
into them.
that's more perplexing.
You mocked me last week, and now you've gotten into them.
I've gone into them.
Yeah.
But they're covered in tattoos. They're really angsty, really ironic.
Adidas tracksuits.
It is really mysterious how you can become like that in a place like Sweden.
I think you just have to.
Maybe you're just so tired of all the good around you.
Francis Fukuyama said that if there is a utopia, people will rebel against the utopia. There's just like a need to rebel against something, so it doesn't matter. So about
I
that?
have nothing to say. I agree with it.
End of the year on the end of history. All right,
Okay.
guys.
Thanks for supporting. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Say hello.
And make a Patreon account just so you're ready.
Yeah.
You're locked and loaded.
We're gonna
The first 100 subscribers will get a DM from Brian.
Why are you pimping me out?
A shirtless DM from Brian.
All right, bye.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.